Hi there, I'm Liz Pierce, and the purpose of this short video is to give you the basics on what a social problem is. So the first thing to know is that there are a lot of different terminologies for this concept. Sometimes you'll hear it referred to as a social issue, a societal concern, a social ill. In this class, we're going to use the term social problem as it is identified in the Contemporary Families text. But you will also note that in your course outcomes, if you're taking this class for HDFS 201, the term social issue is used. So just highlighting this for you, super big. One of your course outcomes is to analyze current social issues and place them in a historical context. And that's what we're doing right now, is talking about how to analyze the social problem, and then we will move on to how to place it in a historical context. But the important thing is social issue equals social problem. So here's a basic definition of what makes something a social problem. So first of all, it affects large numbers of people. There is some societal consensus that it is a problem. It is a problem of magnitude, meaning it's large enough that in some way it is threatening the health and well-being of society. It includes multiple causes and effects. Like it's complicated to explain what causes it. You'll find yourself, if it's really a social problem and you start talking about it, you'll find that you start thinking about a lot of different things, or researching and learning there are many things that have contributed. And because it has a lot of multiple causes and effects, it needs a systemic solution. In other words, you or I cannot individually solve this social problem. It needs a greater society structure that is going to, or maybe multiple structures likely, to be able to solve it. So just to think about, do you think, for example, student debt is a social problem? Now, I'm not asking if your student debt is a problem. I'm saying, do you think this is a societal problem? Is it something that is affecting large numbers of people, perhaps more than 20 or 30 years ago? Is there a consensus? Can you find newspaper articles or media blogs or some other data that shows that lots of people think it's a problem? Is it affecting the health and well-being of society? Is student debt getting in the way of large numbers of people perhaps progressing with their lives, buying homes, being able to move into the next stage of life? Are there multiple causes and effects? This is where you might need to get into the historical part and look about, how has college been paid for in the past? How many people have gone to college in the past? How are colleges funded? What are the factors related to financial aid? What are other costs that students have? So there's lots of things contributing. And does it need a systemic solution? Can this be fixed by an individual? Maybe for the individual, but can the whole problem be fixed by an individual, or does it need society somehow to look at it and look at how college is funded or how debt is accrued a different way? So you answer the question, is student debt a social problem? And here's an activity for you. You could do it with any of these examples here. Take it through that test. Is this a social problem? And we're talking generally in this class about a social problem for individuals and families in the United States.